Alright, good morning everybody. So this is one of the splits we did last week, and over the couple days after we did the splits, I found out I probably learned a very valuable lesson. So last week I split my hive number 2 into 3. And I found the queen right at the top on this, I think second or third frame I pulled. And what I should have done, instead of going by frame of each box after I found the queen, I should have just immediately put the other frames back, broke the 3 boxes apart, and walked away with them. And then put the queen in the one box that I wanted her to stay in. I'm only going to open this one and the other one today because I think that, there's a lot of activity that you can see in that door. I don't know enough to say that it's robbing. I would almost say both of the hives have been robbed already. But I am going to take them apart because the screens are full of nastiness. And depending on what I see on the screen will tell me if I just actually need to open up the frames and fix them or, clean them up completely and just get rid of these two. There's a lot of bees coming in and out of it. I suspect what may have happened a couple days after we split was my other hives found out these 2 hives had not enough bees in them and robbed them. Just because the screens are really nasty. So I'm only hopefully just going to take off the box from the screen, empty out the screen and put the box back, because they are in day number 7 of possibly trying to requeen themselves, and I really don't want to bother them that bad. But depending on what I see when I pick up the frame or the box off the frame is what I'll do with them. So that's definitely what I'm going to do. That hive was split 2 weeks ago, so hopefully I should have a queen. My gut tells me to leave it alone one more week, so I'm not going to touch it. And then we will check on Mean Hive today, just because I went through them kind of rough last week in the intention of requeening, which I got rid of the queen, so they should be requeening, but theoretically they should be much nicer, hopefully. So let's get started. We're gonna go with this one and we'll see from there. Let me go get my tools and I'll be right back. So, as I said, I'm just going to hopefully just take this box off. And they drank all their sugar water that I had. But there's nothing right there, but just in case. See, that should not be there. None of that. And this may, to me, look like robbing because those are larvae. So we're going to just take this and shake it off. So I think just because of how that looked, I probably should look at this a little bit just to see if maybe I really did royally mess up. It's not really that heavy, so Lesson learned. What may happen is I may go put this back Alright, so I believe this is a sign of rotting when all your comb has been chewed open. So I would bet money on that, actually. So let me keep going through it. So far no beetles, but yeah, all those cappings have been chewed open. So some that is left over. What I'm happy that I'm not seeing is evidence of like a hive moth or anything. So I think definitely what I can do is go ahead and put these guys back in with the frame I took them out. As long as I don't see a queen cell hair, we'll be alright. No queen cells. So yeah, I think what I'm going to do is put this one, combine it back with the hive I took them from, just because this is a lot of bees that really need to be told what to do. There is no queen cells on there at all. So to avoid losing what little bees I have left from these, from this one at least, let me check this one. And they were working on building, but there's just no queen cells. So I am going to combine these guys just because they do need somewhere to go. The box itself is fine. So I'm pretty sure with these bees we'll be okay. Just combining them. Give me a minute. Alright, so that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to re-put these guys back. That way they'll have a home and some help, because they definitely need it. and also with all these extra places, the queen in the other box will have room to quickly expand back to what she can do. So I'm glad we did open this one. That way no pests would get inside this one or anything. So I'll let them have that frame back, or that bottom board. So same thing with this one. This one has some really nastiness on the board, or on the screen. So I really think I really learned a lesson. If I can, hopefully, if they'll combine. But since they had no queen pheromones, the new ones should be okay. Yeah, there's nothing in that one either. So let's see. So at least I was observant enough to know that they weren't making a new queen and something was majorly wrong with them. So it's not a complete loss, it just means it was a failed split. That's one of the reasons why I like screen bottom boards. Not only does it help with ventilation, but every day I can come out and kind of look. I know if they're not cleaning the screen, something's not right. In this case, I assumed with all the gunk I was seeing on the screen that it meant they were robbed. So I wasn't wrong there either, I don't think. Because definitely all the cappings had been chewed open. So let's see what damage this one has. Yep, same boat. Nastiness. Alright. So, not a complete loss. I'm catching it early. So we're gonna take this. Give me some room to work. Yeah, they had started to build on that other side. So what I'm doing is just making sure that they had no pest, because I'm not going to combine it back. Yeah, they had started to build on this one too. So they were trying. They just didn't have enough bees to protect them. So they had tried. They don't even have anything in that queen cup. So they got to the queen cup, but that was about all they did. So I'm breaking this out so I can combine it easier a little bit. Yeah, there's there's not even many bees in this one. Again, shoot up cappings. So that's, I think I'm making the right decision. Pretty sure these are just drones that I was getting rid of, but I'm just double sure, making sure, because that's just what I want to do, is put them back in the hive that does do well, and then them not want to come back. Ew, yeah. So this one, I'm not putting back in the hive at all. So what you can see is all those, that is hive beetle larvae. And it's way underneath all of these combs. So I'm gonna, unfortunately, yeah, this is brood, but it most likely is dead because there are nastiness coming out of them. So not putting this one back in that new one. We will take all those bees off, and that frame is not going back in that hive because that's nastiness. But all that looks okay. So does that. Those were their extra frames. Let me look at this one. And that's a whole thing of food. Yeah. We definitely... So I have an extra frame on the porch. We'll put these guys back with the other hive, and then we'll be all right. All right, give me a second. So, they had no queens, so it's okay. They're kind of getting to know each other a little bit again. I'm going to put more beetle traps in this one, and then also I'm going to add that other one back to it, and then hopefully this box will, within a week or two, be completely cleaned out and be good to go. trying to get them to move. Alright. So hopefully I'm not doing the wrong thing. I hope I'm not, actually. I'm pretty sure I'm not. They had no queen. I made sure that they all came from this hive, even though they've been gone for a week. They had no one. They were looking for somebody to follow. So let's go ahead and get them another frame, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, one more. Hold on. Next thing to do is get them beetle traps. I always sit this thing down when I forget it. I have pockets and I just don't use them. Right, one more. All right. All right. So, all is not completely lost. So I wonder, honestly, since I now have extra of these, I wonder how this hive's doing. Pretty packed. Alright, I do want to open this one, not to split it, just because I want the other ones to find a new home today, so I'm not going to split it and put this where those would be, but I am going to look at this one just to see how it looks. I am not touching the mean hive today. Not a chance. It's only been 1 week since it hasn't had a queen, and I'm not chancing that. I don't see anything on this one. Doesn't feel like it. Nope. Nothing. They are slowly working on that one. You can see it. They're building out some comb. And they are building out some on this one. So, today's a great day to... Alright, so there we go. Alright, so what are we looking at? This is a whole frame of nectar. We have some drones, like that guy right there is a drone. It's hard to hold this frame and see in the light. But they are building it out. Looks pretty good. On both sides. So not bad. Let's see this next one. I would love to see the queen right now. This one, it's hard to see, but every one of those has an egg. Let's see. See those little dots? Those would be eggs. I guess I could turn you guys now. So yay, we got eggs on both sides. Wonderful, ladies. And I can see your beetle traps still are wet, so we're good with there. We're gonna put one more frame just to look at you. You can see what we got. We got brood. There's some larvae right over there. This whole other side has brood. There's some larvae up there. I don't know if you can see that. So I think we're doing pretty good. We're not gonna touch this one just because we're not. I guess I could refill that one, huh? Let me go put some more stuff in this one. So this hive is doing really good. We're going to put everyone back. Saw no beetles, so we're good there. Very good, ladies. Oh, do I dare go into the mean hive? No. No, I'm not. Alright. I'm not going to go into this one because I just want to wait one more week for good measure. But they are doing pretty good. You gotta find some solid ground. So this hive is the split that we did 2 weeks ago. They're doing pretty good underneath them. Looks really good. When I picked this up, that's actually packed full of bees. So I think that split has been successful, but I'm just not going to touch it for one more week. So today, those bees that are on those old frames are coming back most likely, maybe, from looking for stuff this morning, but they'll eventually be adopted into one of the other hives I have and be okay. They're just kind of getting their bearings straight. I didn't want to completely ruin 2 boxes that are good, that have full out drawn comb and everything else in them. So out of 20 frames, 1 frame being starting to get the infestation, and I pulled that one out. The bees will clean up it in the yard today. I'll scrape it off after I'm done with this video, and let the bees do their thing with the rest of it, or other insects in the yard. So I guess my plan is next week, hive number, what we call number 1, it looks like it's getting a full another box, so I will split it, and then that hopefully mean number 4 hive, we'll see what she does. But in the meantime, hive number 2, we'll give it a couple weeks to fix that whole box, and then we will do a legitimate walk away and split. I'll pop all 3 boxes and just walk away with them. I think our lesson last week, like I said earlier at the beginning of the video, was I found the queen very early on. I was excited, and then because I wanted to make sure every box had eggs in it, I went through them, and I did do that. The problem is when I did that, I wasn't counting in that the bees weren't staying on the frames, and there wasn't enough bees when I did the splits. So as much as I would love to find the queen and make sure I know what box she's in, I think the better thing to do, especially with it's such a huge hive, is to just pop all 3 boxes separately and put them on their stands and leave them for 2 weeks, like I did with this one. Worked like a charm. So lesson learned. But so in a couple weeks we'll do some more splits. Next week I'll get to look at this one, so long as the weather is good. It happened to warm up. It's about 56 today, so yeah, it might be a smidgen cool, but you know, hey, it kind of helped their attitudes. We're not that bad at all today. So probably would be a good time to go into hive number 4, but I just last week, no, not gonna do it. I'm gonna give it a couple weeks to remake a queen and see what it does. But ultimately you can kind of see why I think it might be mean. It's always in the shade, it seems like. So I've got those 2. I've got an empty spot, so that whole stand is actually going to get moved, because these are bright and sunny. This one right here, we're going to start to put numbers on them, I think, in a few weeks. Once we get them fully established and honeyflow starts to get here, I'll actually number them, so that way I don't have to keep sitting here and going, the new number 1. I can legitimately number them. And then when I'm working on them, you guys will be able to see what number I'm on. So that's all I'm going to do today. I'm glad I got to open the ones that we did. I'm bummed that they didn't work, but lesson learned for me. I know next time not to do what I did last week. Even though I thought I was doing something right, I did it very wrong. So that is it for this week. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next week.